On the east side of Hudson Bay, a small Inuit community is asking for help freeing a pod of orcas trapped by ice. They say there are more than a dozen whales using a small breathing hole just offshore, and they've been stuck there since Monday. The national science correspondent, Bob McDonald, joins us now with more on the situation. Bob.
Well, Peter, this is a rather dire situation for these whales that seem to have gotten lost underneath the ice in this community. They only have one small hole to go through that's all the size of a small house, and they're having to go up and down to keep breathing, and they're caught because they need to get open water to get out. And the problem is that the open water is to the north. There's an idea that the whales actually were in the Arctic, and this is very unusual for killer whales to be in the Arctic. They've only been up there in recent decades, and they may have been heading south, but they went the wrong side of Quebec. Instead of going down the Labrador coast, they went down into Hudson Bay and got trapped in the ice. The problem is now, in order to get to warm water, they have to go north again, and the farther north you go this time of year, the thicker the ice gets. So it's a very dire situation for these whales.
Now, Bob, this situation may be connected, one assumes, to the warmer temperatures in the Arctic. Tell us about that.
Yes, an expert that I talked to said that the whales have been sighted more frequently because we're losing more Arctic ice during the summertime, so the water's open, and it's forming later and later in the season. So there's more opportunity for whales and the seals that they eat to come up the Atlantic coast there and get into the Arctic. But the problem is that the killer whales are not adapted to going under ice. They have very large fins on their back, dorsal fins that stick way up, and that's not good when you're under ice. Most Arctic whales have very short dorsal fins like belugas and narwhals, so they can handle the ice. But these whales can't do that. So unless the wind shifts to open that ice up and give them a way out, or if we can somehow intervene, these whales are going to have a very hard time.
All right. Well, we'll keep our eye on that. Thanks, Bob. Bob McDonald in Victoria tonight.